The second show in the IPFW Department of Theater's season is the Tennessee Williams classic, The Glass Menagerie. I'm pleased to welcome my friend, director Jeff Casazza, and actress Darby LeClear to Arts Weekly to learn more about this drama coming to life beginning October 3rd in the Williams Theater. Welcome to Arts Weekly, both of you.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so honored to have you here. The people in gray were making fun of me. I didn't get the gray note.
Yeah, sorry.
Next time. Anyway, welcome to Arts Weekly. I'm so excited. The Glass Menagerie.
Yes. I love this play.
A classic. I have to say, I've only seen it once on the stage. It was many, many years ago, so I'm really happy that it's been long enough that my slate is clean to see your, I'm sure, wonderful and creative production.
I've been waiting 25 years to direct this play.
Have you really?
I have.
Wow. We have those lists, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, directors have those
everywhere. Whenever I move to a new place, they're doing it the year I arrive.
Right, exactly.
And then it's like, am I going to be here long enough to do it again, to get into that mix?
Right, yeah. Darby, welcome to Arts Weekly.
Thank you.
You're a student at IPFW. Tell us a little bit about your background in the theater.
Oh, I started doing theater when I was really young, in elementary school actually. I was in a local production at Franke Park Elementary actually. One of the moms in my class, she'd written it.
Oh.
And it was fairy tale characters in space.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't remember much about what it was actually about, but I assume it was great.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I was in Oklahoma in middle school, but I was really stage fright at that time, and then I got to high school and I was in Beauty and the Beast. I played Babette, and that kind of changed my life in the theatrical sense. I realized, hey, I really like doing this, and as I got closer to graduation, I looked more into what I could do to pursue this as a career.
Right.
And I really love it, and I'm glad I decided
Where
that.
did you go to high school?
I went to Northside High School.
Oh, and they have a stellar theater program.
Yes.
So I'm not surprised you didn't fall in love with theater when you worked in that program.
It's a great stage. I love that space.
It's a great stage.
It's
It's a really beautiful facility for a high school. Yeah, it's quite a little secret, you know, when you go there. Yeah, well. And Jeff, you've been with IPFW how long?
This is my 8th year.
Really?
So
Just started your 8th year. And tell us what you do there.
I'm the head of acting, movement, and voice. So I teach a lot of the intermediate and upper level acting classes, the movement class, both voice classes. And then I teach an honors seminar in modern drama and a theatrical composition class where the students have to put everything together. So they have to be actors, writers, directors, designers, all together.
Well, it's a collaborative art form.
It is.
Why not have a course where they have to sort of
actually
collaborate? Actually do everything. Right, exactly. Yeah, that's wonderful. But you direct regularly in the season at IPFW.
At least one show a year.
At least one, yeah. And you're also an actor.
I am.
I know. Let's talk a little bit. I mean, I want to talk about the play, and we'll get to the play, but I want to talk about your current activity as an actor. It's really quite amazing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've just got back from Italy, where I was performing in Too Much in the Sun, which was a composition class. I mean, we kind of created it with the artist and an international cast, and I was playing Apollo, the sun god, dealing with my son Phaeton, who wants to drive my car.
Really?
Yeah, he wants to drive the chariot, and I'm like, not a good idea.
Yeah.
But I, as silly, made a promise and made my oath on the sticks, and so he had to if he wanted to.
Right.
Give him whatever he wants, and so then he dies horribly.
But this is a return trip to Italy, because you have been involved with this company now. I would say this is your third or fourth.
This was my 4th year.
Fourth year going to Italy in the summertime, and really doing some incredible work with an international cast. Tell us a little bit about that activity and that cast.
Well, it's really interesting because it's an Italian director, and he puts together this group of people. We do some training in the morning with the Linkletter voice method and some physical theater methods as well. And then in the afternoons and evenings we're rehearsing, and we put this play on in a number of different places. It depends. We always do it in a Greek amphitheater with the sea as the background. So I mean, that's just awesome to be able to.
Absolutely.
I get to act here.
Sorry,
really?
I forgot my line. I'm looking for the ships that are going to
be going by.
Yeah, exactly.
But we also do some site-specific versions of either the play that we're doing, or we do a variations of plays and do that. And everybody is speaking their language. So my first year there, I was doing a production or a section of Midsummer Night's Dream, and I was Oberon. My Titania was Swiss German, and my Puck was Italian. And so we're having this scene. I'm speaking English, she's speaking Swiss German, and he's speaking Italian.
Wow.
Or I'm
And
speaking
it's
English.
outside.
Did I say Italian? I'm speaking, yeah. And it's outside.
It's outside. So everyone's drinking, I hope. Drinking some vino in
one
order
of,
to find
well,
out what's going on in this
there's
play.
one of the sites was a restaurant, and they have 7 o'clock aperitivo, and so we were the entertainment for that on one. It was a shortened version of it for that 45 minutes.
And it sounds like great fun.
It is.
Great fun. Well, anyway, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
To be asked back to that sort of international activity is prestigious for you and prestigious for us at IPFW to have you on our faculty. So
thank you.
Congratulations on that. And as you work towards your Linkletter designation, which is part of that whole process, congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's talk about the Glass Menagerie. Wow, big role.
Yes.
You're playing Amanda.
Yes, I am. And it's an honor to be playing a character of such caliber and who's so complex and interesting in so many different ways. And I feel like I've definitely gotten lucky to be able to step into this role and try my best.
Right. Well, I'm sure you're doing a great job. Plus, you know, you're under one of the best directors. You know, really understands.
I love working with Jeff.
Right, really understands the nuance of a drama and how to get to the heart of what's happening in a character. So,
yeah, definitely.
Why the Glass Menagerie? I mean, you've said it's your favorite play, and it's one of your. I understand that, but it's a challenge for college kids.
It is. I mean, I think that what it has to say, I think, is universal anyway. And there's so many things. We all know what it's like to be in an economy like this one, where everyone's not doing so well, and that desire to move beyond that, to escape from it in what's happening. So all of these characters, all of them have a fantasy life, an active fantasy life, because the life that they're living right now is not that exciting.
Right.
And so they all try to figure out a way to get out of this reality into a better one. And I think that's a universal statement. But beyond that, the family relationships are stunning. I mean, the fact that this mother has done everything that she can to keep her children alive for 16 years after her husband left her in a time when that was not acceptable.
Right.
I mean, she really had to work against all odds to just keep the family alive. So it shows her love for her family, which I think is something that's missing from a lot of productions. That we think of Amanda as just this evil, overbearing mother.
Right.
And there's so many other nuances to that character, but all of them, I mean, I think it has something to say to all of them.
What are the challenges for you other than the obvious? You're not a mother of a teenage child, so
I've never been.
that's never been.
But I have played older quite a bit at IPFW, so I think that sort of helped shape my perspective of the character a little bit. But obviously just finding all of those things that I've never really experienced as a person and helping color the character with those events in her life and finding the meaning behind everything. And Tennessee Williams just writes such beautiful images and dialogue, and it's just really picking that apart and finding what's really important to each of these people and how that relates to her relationship with Tom or her relationship with Laura. And I think that's definitely been challenging but nice to be able to dive that deep into a text. Yeah,
I'm glad you talk about dealing with the dialogue and whatnot, because Williams is the first lyrical realist, if you will, that we call him a lyrical realist writer, realism, because the language is fraught with imagery and metaphor that also conveys idea and meaning and plot. So it's really complex. Really, so you must have done a lot of script work, Jeff.
We did a lot of we did a lot of discussion. What is happening in this scene? What are these characters? But then we tried to also explore it up on our feet as well, to say, okay, this is what we're doing. Now, how do we actually do it as we go through? And I think it's also interesting with Darby is that so often this role is played by a woman in her late 50s or early 60s. And that's about maybe 20 years too old, because everyone thinks of Amanda as this older woman, and she's really in the prime of her life. She's at the most 45 and probably like 42, 43, because her oldest child is 24 years old. So you add about 19 to that from when people were getting married and having kids, and she's not that old. So Darby's a little bit younger, but many of those women are a little bit older, and I think that the tragedy of Amanda is that she is still in the prime of her life when all of this happens. She's not at the end of her life. And so having a younger actress explore that and then try to find the age, but still have that youth and that ability to flirt.
Right, and that also that desire.
And that desire.
To have something other than what she has been given so far.
Absolutely.
Now, Jeff Casazza, historically, you know, can't do a play the way it's written exactly. It's just not,
Don't know
you can't be confined by the words on the page or the direction. So what are we doing with the Glass Menagerie that is the Casazza touch, if I might ask?
I don't know if it's exactly the Casazza touch, but looking at the play, it seemed to me that the play is actually divided the character of Tom. There's Tom, the narrator, who comes out and says, I'm not only the narrator of the play, but I'm also a character in it. And I thought, well, what would happen if we actually did that? So we have someone who's playing Tom in the present and someone who's playing Tom in the past. So he's remembering, because the whole play is actually a play within a play. It's Tom's memory.
Right. And usually that's the same actor.
And it's usually the same actor,
right.
Oftentimes the same actor. But I thought, well, what would happen if he got to watch himself? Why is this guy coming back? And so it's as much Tom in the present story as it is Tom in the past. Tom in the past has certain goals, Tom in the present has certain goals, and he's coming hopefully to get these memories to stop haunting him. And I think a clear way to follow that is to actually see him trying to do that. So one actor is playing Tom with all of the beautiful monologues that he has, and then the young Tom, or Tom in the past, has some beautiful monologues as well. And it's really interesting to then see what happens. And by having two actors, it allows you to see two sides of Tom.
Right.
So she can be talking directly to Tom in the present while she's really talking to Tom in the past.
Right.
So both actors get a chance to respond, and I think it adds, it adds something that I think is in the play, but this I think clarifies it, and it allows, I think, to find some really emotional moments that might not always be there.
So just so you know, Darby, the Casazza touch has a lot of reasoning behind it.
Yes.
It's not just arbitrary, which is really great about him as a director.
Yes.
Let's get the specifics out there before we're done. What are the dates?
It opens on the 3rd. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the first week, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday of the second week.
And people can get tickets how?
Through the Larson Ticket Office.
Okay. That's 4816-555. 4816-555. Just got that.
As my mind goes blank for a moment.
Good luck with your production. Good luck with an amazing role. I know you'll be great.
Thank
and
you.
I can't wait to see it at opening night. Thank you for joining me on Arts Weekly.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I'm John O'Connell, Dean of the IPFW College of Visual and Performing Arts. Today is our final episode of Arts Weekly, so I'd like to thank you for tuning in over the last 5 seasons to learn more about the people and organizations behind the vast array of art, dance, theater, and music events in our region. We're blessed to live in an area so rich in the arts. The IPFW College of Visual and Performing Arts has been proud to produce Arts Weekly, and we appreciate all the collaboration and support we've received from the great team here at PBS 39, our viewers, and all the dedicated people who represent our amazing local arts organizations. Once again, thank you for watching Arts Weekly.
Support for Arts Weekly is provided by PBS 39, the Hour Foundation, Martin Tierney, and the Community Foundation of Greater Fort Wayne.
Union City Chamber of Commerce presents the Union City Arts Festival October 10th, 11th, and 12th in Union City, Indiana. Experience culinary, visual, music, and performing arts. More at unioncityartsfestival.org.